Howdy folks, this is just kind of an update video. It's been a while since we've shown you what we've been working on the Comanche. We haven't really had a whole lot of time to work on it because we've had so much other stuff going on, but there's kind of an overall plan here. The camper that we were working on is supposed to go behind the Comanche, and we built the bed of the Comanche so that our four-wheeler, our Honda that we picked up back this spring, would fit in the bed, so we can take the Comanche and the camper and the four-wheeler all in one trip somewhere to camp, or if we have to bug out. We also have a Cherokee, and both these vehicles are four-wheel drive, and so is the Honda. They're all going to be painted the same color. We haven't even really started on the Cherokee yet, but it's in pretty good shape mechanically. And we've got a little John boat back here that we acquired. I think I showed it in a video back probably a couple years ago. When we took the rails off of the sputter butt after that storm, we traded them for that John boat. So that's kind of going to go with it. And this is like the whole fleet. We're going to paint it all to match. We've added some stars on our camper. And I don't think we had them on there when I did the last video. But they're right here. They're on both sides. We've got to get some ordered. We're going to put it on the Comanche and probably also put some on the Cherokee. When we added the stars on the four-wheeler, they were just for decoration, and we decided that the camper would look better with them too, and they would dress up the truck a little bit. The OD green is kind of plain. We also, since the last video, we got the water heater permanently mounted up here on the front of our camper. That Chinese water heater, buddy, that was a trick to wire up and to get the gas to. We might have to do a video on that sometime, but I only paid like 50 bucks for it, and normally when you order those they're around 150 bucks. So it's worth a little bit of work to save the 100 bucks. What we've done over here on the bed, there's a couple boards in here that are just holding stuff straight till I get it all screwed down, because wood does tend to warp. So ignore these spacer boards here that I've beat in there. In between these two benches, the Honda will fit, and all those people that were worried about the wheels hitting, you can see they have a solid 8 inches of clearance under there. And you have storage under the benches in both sides. We're probably going to put some kind of latches on these. Maybe even eventually some kind of locks. I'm not sure. The tailgate we pinned, and it will actually completely come off if we want to take the tailgate off. And we left the chain adjustable up here at the top. This chain's put on with a pin. Now it's bolted on the tailgate, but that's so that you can lower the tailgate down farther than just 90 degrees. I mean, normally it sits there about 90 degrees with the bed, but if we wanted to like back up to a bank and drive the four-wheeler on it, we can lower it down a little bit more because we left that slack in the chain. We also have got some LED tail lights down here that I ordered off the internet. We're wiring those up. That is taking a little bit of time. We're going to have to order some blinker cubes off the internet because apparently everybody in town has stopped carrying them. And we've still got to mount the tag on here. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but we actually built our trailer receiver. We just welded to the frame of the truck up under here in several places. So it's all pretty solid. We still have to wire in our tail lights. You can maybe see the wires dangling down under there somewhere. And we've still got to put an emergency brake cable on it. So it's almost road ready. Something else we did, I showed in another video where I had all 2x to build this bed out of. But we started thinking about how much weight that was, and we saw what it was doing to the truck. So we're using the 2x pretty much somewhere else. So instead of the 2x, I went with all 5/4 decking. It's just standard pressure treated porch decking. I did use the 2x to frame out these wheel wells because obviously you want that pretty solid, and you want the bench solid if people are going to be sitting on it. So this is all framed out with 2x8s here, and pretty much the whole rest of the bed is just the decking boards. I'm not sure if this was in our last video either, but we put some deep cycle batteries in here. We can plug our water heater in here and anything else that we want. We also have an outlet that plugs in around here on the side of the camper so that we can have 12 volts inside the camper when we're doing boondocking and off the grid camping and stuff. Since our last video on the truck, we have done a lot of work on the interior, and I want to thank Lil for this brand new seat that she gave us. She had this in her shed, and she came over and said, hey, you can have it if you want it, and we went and picked it up. So thank you very much, Lil. I did want to give you a peek under the hood. This is the Comanche. It is a V6. The engine's still a long way from a show engine, but Bret's really done a lot of cleaning on it, and he started dressing it up a little bit. Some of the things that we have to do under here is we have to get a fan shroud. It was missing when we got it, and we would like to take this out west, so we're probably going to add a bigger radiator. Now this truck did not come equipped with air conditioning, unfortunately, and we've talked about putting it in, and I'm just not sure we're going to because it's something else that could potentially break, so we may leave it like it is and just live with the moon roof and the windows when we travel in it. The interior of the Cherokee is not too bad. We're not going to change the color or anything in here when we paint it. We're just going to, and the outside's already green, we're just going to paint the outside the same color green as the Comanche. So we'll have to cut in door jambs and stuff, but we don't have to take all these interior panels out and paint them like we did in the Comanche. This is under the hood of the Cherokee, and this is fuel injected. The Comanche is normally aspirated. It has carburetor on it, not fuel injectors, and this is an inline 6 4-liter engine. This is a really sought after engine, and a lot of these Cherokees have been absolutely destroyed where people are cutting the fenders and stuff and crawling rocks with them. But when we got this truck, it only had like 90,000 original miles on it, I think. So that's really low miles for these engines. This truck probably has another 250,000 300,000 miles in it as long as it's maintained. It was a great find. It does need some work. I mean, it's got a little body work to do for sure. We found the headlight bezels and stuff that it needs. So we're going to get that stuff put on it and get it painted. Mostly what it needs is painted. It has a little rust, but nothing too bad. Of course, the floor pans, if you've got an old Jeep, you know they all have to be replaced. So that's kind of some of the stuff that we have to do to this one.
We put our battery compartment on the front of the trailer. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just one deep cycle battery and one regular car battery. Now the car battery has to be replaced because they don't do well when you drain one and then try to recharge it. They don't recover like a deep cycle battery will. So we're going to put another deep cycle in next to this one here. I've just got a few testers on it because they're Harbor Freight testers. They're free. And then there's just a couple wires coming out where we have a small solar panel. It's nothing special. We're going to get a bigger one, but we have to get some more money before we can do that. And I keep the extension cords in this Army container that sits on top of this right here.
So for fun camping now or an emergency later, this stuff's really cool. And I hope y'all enjoy our videos and join us again real soon. And I hope you're getting some ideas maybe for stuff that you can do to prepare or stuff that you can do for camping from these videos. God bless till next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe.